Welcome back to Off the Record, where we talk about
whatever we want.
We got Frankie today, aka CholoFit. CholoFit. So we were talking about COVID shit. How has your time during the pandemic been like?
Oh man,
especially as a stand-up comedian.
Yeah, it was crazy in the beginning. It was funny because we were in Buffalo, New York when the shit started hitting, when they were talking about shutting shit down.
Oh, you weren't home?
No, we were on the road, and we're doing like meet and greets. We're like definitely exposed, you know, whatever the fuck. And we had to go to JFK to try to get a flight home when like they were like about to shut everything down.
Damn.
So we barely caught a flight on time back to LA, and then all of a sudden it was like everything was shut down, you know. And then I was living by myself. So the shit got lonely as fuck, that's for sure. Yeah. I ordered like a flashlight and shit.
Did you?
Like,
I should have got one.
As a partner in bed just to touch it?
Yeah, just for like emotional support. Nah, I was rambling.
Did you get the lip one and the pussy one so you could do that?
Oh shit.
Like the one with the like legs attached to it? That's the weirdest shit.
And the pussy and ass combination.
So what a
Great deal.
Was your flashlight a Latina or a white girl or black?
I think it looks white, like a white girl. Yeah. Could be ambiguous. Yeah.
Pink nips.
It's just the pussy. Yeah.
It is whatever you want it to be.
Yeah. But yeah. It was just shitty not being, because normally even when we're not on the road, we're just hanging out at the comedy clubs or even doing production and videos and all that. And at first you're like, it's another thing, because like when you first heard about SARS or bird flu, I don't know not one homie that got SARS.
For real, right?
But then COVID, I was like, all right, it's another one of those things on the news. But then homies started getting it, and I'm like, oh shit, like this shit's for real. And so yeah, that happened. But then when the holidays came, that's when it really hit. Like both sides of my family, they all got together. Yeah. My immediate family though, like my mom has lupus and rheumatoid arthritis and shit, so we're like, we'll socially distance in the backyard. But the rest of my family, we're getting together, like, we should be chill. They're like, we're being safe. We're just with family. Like, that's where it's happening. And obviously Latinos were the biggest population in California that were getting hit with the shit. Yeah. And sure enough, man, like over 20 of my family members
after that party,
after Christmas and New Year's. Yeah. And then like 8 of them were hospitalized, and like some of them got fucked up, especially the ones that had diabetes and shit like that.
2020 New Year's and
just this past Christmas and New Year's. So that's why I think it was the new variant. Because I don't think the first one was that crazy, because I think I got it. We're at the end of 2019. We're on the road traveling, and then we continued to travel all the way till March. And all 3 of us, it was me and my homie, 2 other homies that were on this tour, and all 3 of us got sick. And I remember thinking like, damn, I haven't had the flu this bad in a long time. But it wasn't until like January when all the shit started coming on the news, and we were like, fuck, I think that was it.
I couldn't taste, I couldn't smell, bro.
Yeah. I couldn't taste shit. I was coughing. I felt like I couldn't breathe. I was like, But then, But then that new shit came out, and I think that's the one that fucked people up. I had some homies that were in the hospital that were like my age, and I was like, damn. But yeah.
It's crazy how many different strains there are, because my wife's family...
What's your favorite strain? People gave us the Wuhan Wagyu strain, man. We went to his house, fucking watched the Tyson fight. He was like cooking some meat up, and then we ate it, and all of us got it, dude.
Y'all got COVID?
10 people got it from that weekend.
Damn, you had the COVID asada and shit?
Yeah.
COVID asada? I just found when we were gonna marinate it in some COVID. We're gonna bang this shit out.
That's literally what we had. I did have a steak, and we all ate the steak, and all 10 of us got it.
The fight wasn't worth it either.
Oh, that Tyson fight.
So disappointing.
Oh yeah, that shit was sad, homie.
It was like they were both on sleeping pills the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Like imagine making Mike Tyson like not be able to knock somebody out. It's like, all right, what's the point then?
I know, there was a stipulation you can't punch him in the face.
Once the rules came
hard
out,
enough.
But the build-up, he's like, man, the war gods are alive inside me again. And I was like, oh shit. Like, we're gonna see some shit.
Once it's back alive inside me, I'm ready. And it's like, all right, let's go. Oh fuck, we're just gonna get COVID.
He's getting COVID. Yo, my wife to this day is like, I'm glad we didn't go to Bart's that day. I was like,
why?
Because we would have got COVID and we couldn't go to Hawaii.
Did you guys get it bad?
What happened?
Did you get it bad, or was it?
No, it was like I had
a couple days.
We all had different
It
symptoms.
was a good strain. Good strain.
It was a good strain. It was a mild strain.
And then on day 3, it was gone. Like
but y'all had different symptoms? That's the shit that trips me out.
Yeah, so
some folks are like, I had a cough. Other folks are like, fucking, my ears were hot.
One of our other friends couldn't taste. Like he was eating these spicy ass chips, couldn't taste. It's the ghost pepper ones.
Yeah, I'll do that to me.
That's terrible.
I just had a stuffy nose and couldn't taste nothing.
Same, really. I had aches mostly, body aches, and then I couldn't taste shit.
How many days was yours?
It was like 3 days like you.
Yeah, it was only a few days, and then, but the taste thing though, it was like for a month that it took to get back to normal. It was slow, but it was crazy.
Even my cousin that got it, he's still a little bit foggy. You know what I'm saying? You catch him just kind of like.
Damn, that's so crazy.
You're like, hey, fool. He's like, oh yeah, I'm kicking it. I'm right here. Yeah.
I'm right here. My wife still can't eat certain things without tasting like latex gloves.
What?
Yeah.
That's a new one.
Sometimes she'll be making something and then
Are you sure it's not the tongue condom she puts on when she eats your ass?
no, I'll hear like
The damn that she puts on before she eats her.
I'll hear her cooking and then I'll hear the silverware drop and she's like leather gloves or whatever and I'm like, oh my god, it happened again.
Leather. That's a,
Oh, it comes back.
Latex gloves. No, it depends on what she's eating. So if she eats onions, we've narrowed it down to onions, garlic.
It triggers that.
Triggers the latex gloves.
the good stuff.
Damn, homie.
Not lettuce. Lettuce has no taste at all, really.
I got a really dope side effect from it.
Sometimes.
Dope.
Yeah, like a really good one.
I was busting crazy nuts.
My dick's all big, dog.
I come pearl white. I come pearl white now.
I start to taste sweet stuff out of nowhere. Like my saliva
It's sweet.
It's sweet, like candy. Yeah. And then it'll just come out, and then it'll be like for 30 seconds or whatever.
They said COVID's a bad thing.
You're sucking on your saliva like it's candy then?
Yeah, it's like I'm like, what the fuck?
Tastes like
And then-
licorice.
Yeah, it just it's weird.
Sweet and sour sauce and shit.
Tastes like ponzu. Ooh, ponzu.
I believe that I had it twice, cause
Twice.
like you when you December before COVID hit.
19
I got
December.
the sickest I've ever been, and then the second time it was pussy shit. So I believe that I must have had something already in my system, so I could deal with it easier.
True. But when I did take the test, I didn't have both the
Antibodies?
no.
But those have been shit too, right? The
Yeah.
antibody tests.
They
and
said
all
that it's only 40% like false or some shit like that.
Yeah, so which is like,
And when you
numbers,
read the
man.
fine
I don't
print,
like
it's
those
crazy. It says it gets more accurate as more people take it. So it's not like when these tests when they come out,
I see.
they're not like a straight up like a fucking like pH litmus test where it's okay, it's indeed like acid in here. It's your genetic makeup compared to the population. So it's like a comparison test. So as more people take it, it gets more and more accurate.
Needs a
so
bigger
that's the
sample
thing.
size.
That's the thing, yeah.
Yeah, but what's crazy is after exposure, I waited over a week. I tested like the 8th or 9th day, and then it was negative for both. And then a day or two after that, I lost taste. So that's the weird shit, because the tests didn't work.
The tests suck.
Yeah.
And even it depends on the type of test too, right?
yeah.
It's like
I did both.
They barely dabbed. I've gotten like 26 tests.
Oh shit.
Because from filming and shit, once production started up, they're testing us every day, homie, or like at least once every other day. But there's the ones that barely dab your nose in, the ones that they go fucking, they're scratching your brain and
Fuck
shit.
those ones.
And it's like, well, then, how do you even...
I don't know the science behind that. Like, if you put it up deeper, do you get more of the fucking snot? I don't get it.
That's the other part that doesn't make sense too, where it's like if you gotta go that deep to get a sample, why do we gotta stay 6 feet away to be contagious? It's like I can't. Oh fuck! You're gonna give it to me. Wait,
hold on.
do you have it though? Do you fucking have it? It's like wait, what?
It's because the thing that's up, the thing that's up in here that's inhibiting our taste and smell.
Yeah.
That's what they're getting up there for.
Oh,
Yeah.
but then you could spread like
See, that
fucking
makes
like
sense.
this. Like this, you could spread.
if I sneeze on you,
That's
like in your
crazy.
eyeball. You know
I don't know. None of it makes sense.
If I
to me.
kiss you on the lips.
But that's the thing about the fog of war, kind of, right? Where something's happening. When it first landed, we're all like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, we're seeing videos of people collapsing in the streets in China.
Yeah.
And we're like, whoa, is that going to happen over here? Like, we just didn't know yet what was going to happen.
But those videos are good.
The
Though.
apocalypse.
DL Hewley, man, he caught it going on the road tour.
Really?
He was doing stand-up, he's sitting on the thing, and he's just like, immigrants, and then he just passed out.
Oh shit!
Like, carry him off stage, canceled the rest of the weekend.
Fuck! It was that bad?
Yeah, and then he was like, got on his talk show. He's like, I don't know what I was thinking. He thought it was, just, like, it ain't.
Upstart is a really fast and easy way to pay off your debt all online.
You know what's pretty crazy? So I always said this, like, ever since I was in debt, right? And I'm like, it never made any sense why everyone is like judging you based off of your credit score if they're loaned to you. And I was like thinking, if you need money because you can't pay off things, and your credit score is like getting destroyed, right? How are you gonna get money to pay for those things if you don't have a job, or like if you do but it doesn't help? Like, it doesn't make any sense. It's like you just go deeper and deeper.
Yeah, like how do you get back on your feet if you're never on your feet and they're judging you by your feet?
Right. Yeah. It's like how are you gonna even run if you can't even pay for the shoes to run with?
Yeah.
So I was thinking, like, if someone can figure out a lending company that helps and they're not predatory, because there are people that go, oh, you got a bad credit score? Well, I'll lend you some money, but I'm gonna charge you like 50% like a loan shark. You know, like there's things out there, but it just screws people over that need help. It's pretty cool though that how Upstart went beyond just a credit score and judging if they can lend to you or not. Like they go based off income, your education, all this stuff. They know that like sometimes people can pay and they're really good for it. It's just they go through bad times. So.
Or sometimes, I don't know, this is like back in the day where you rent like a video and you forget to return it because it got stuck underneath the couch. And so literally all of your other stuff is good, but because of one stupid account, it goes to collection and it dings you for such a long time. And now when you're in a crunch, you need money, like you said, like how the hell do you get back on your feet when you need money, but no one else will even give you money? So Upstart is cool because they look at way more than just your credit score. So find out how Upstart can lower your monthly payments or get you out of any bad situation. Go to upstart.com/offtherecord to see if they can help you. That's upstart.com/offtherecord. Check them out. Loan amounts will be determined by your credit, your income, and the other information that are included in your loan application. There's that one lady, I think she's like the Dr. Fauci of like Denmark or something. You guys see where
she passed out?
Yeah,
she got the vaccine.
She's
right?
at the podium. She's like, "All right, so this vaccine, you guys don't want to take it," and then you just hear.
Did she take it?
I don't know, but it's just bad timing for whatever vaccine.
That's rough.
You don't want to take it.
It was just so bad. I was like, what the fuck?
But like when you get the vaccine, they tell you, like, it was my first shot I got like last week, and they're like, all right, after you get the shot, wait in your car for 15 minutes and just don't go anywhere. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, well,
You chill too.
now I don't know if I want to get this shot. And you know it's not that big of a deal, but it's like, it's still in your head. You're like playing tricks on yourself. Like, fuck, am I gonna die in my car?
Yeah, how often do you fucking pass out in your car? That's not normal.
And I was like, dude, I'm fine, bro. And I was driving home, and I was like, what if I pass out now? I was like freaking out, but I was fine.
Yeah, how do they know it's not gonna be minute 20?
yeah, exactly.
Minute 17.
It's usually like 8 minutes.
While you're driving and shit.
Yeah. I'd be falling asleep anyway while I drive. What about you? What were you saying?
What are you talking about?
Watching people pass out is fucking funny.
It's so funny, dude. When they full face plank, I laugh every time. I can't not laugh.
Especially like as they're talking and then they go like out. Like that's a special one. That's a good one.
Like the roller coaster ones, where they're like this.
Oh,
And then they start playing like this. Do you guys think like once everything opens up, you would just go for it and be like, fuck yeah, spring break style? Or would you be like, I'm gonna just let everybody test it first, then go out?
That. I'm the guy in war who's, I've said this many times, who's like, I'm right behind you, dude.
Dude, for me, I'm not even in the front line. I'm already behind enemy lines.
There you go. You're dressed like the enemy, and you're like, let's fucking kill the Americans. Let's kill the fucking Americans.
I'm on the other side.
I feel like if I was in war, I'd always be the guy that gets like the blood off someone's face. Oh shit!
I love to think about how many veterans that survived faked death and were like complete pussies, but we will never know.
And I would never judge them either.
No, I would never.
I would too. I think about that all the time.
They were there.
When I watched 1917, I was like, oh, I'd be one of those guys that just like pretending to be dead.
Yeah.
I'd be one of those.
Saving Private Ryan? Like, damn.
I don't identify with the hero. I identify with the guy that's like.
You think your chances of surviving just by laying there is higher, or you think you're gonna be blown up anyways? Because like the fucking like in the movies, it's just like the ground just going.
There's that one movie, I forgot what it was, where like the other side, after the battlefield settles down, they just take a knife and they
start stabbing.
And they go to everyone on the floor and stab them just in case.
So mean.
And I'm like, what the fuck? They're breaking my plan.
Yeah, that must take so long.
That's just so fucking mean.
We ain't dead anymore over here.
Or when the thing explodes, like when like a cannon hits, you lay right there right after it explodes because like the chances of it hitting there again, probably not that high. Or I don't know. Or I don't know. As I'm saying out loud, I'm like, oh, that's not a good plan.
Why do we even have war rules if they're gonna be that mean?
Just fucking go with a bayonet.
Jesus. I'm like, wait, what about the war rules? Hey, whoa, time out.
Seems a little uncalled for.
They
You know?
do
Like,
have
come on,
them.
bro.
Like some machine guns can't be used on people.
Yeah, the Geneva Convention.
Yeah, but like it's not like they're not going like at an airplane. There's a guy with a smaller like AR. I think in war they're just gonna like fuck it.
No, they're like, hey, you can't do that. You know you can't do that shit.
That's a foul. That's a foul. Following the rules. That's a foul. I get 2 free shots.
They get a penalty box. They go in the penalty box.
We just teach 4 Karens the rules and they'll fucking take care of it.
They'll be out there with the whistle.
and a megaphone.
Yeah.
You can't do that. You can't fucking do that.
They're in the referee shirt. We should have war referees, dude.
We will.
We need them on site.
For the next one, we will.
I know, fuck.
For the next one.
Yeah, we're gonna do next time.
Have you guys been watching all the crazy conspiracy things, like how World War III is gonna happen and all this shit? Like, cause I went down the rabbit hole during the pandemic, and it's like this leads to this. Corona's just getting us prepared for all that war and shit. And I'm like, dude, that would be the craziest war. With our technology that we have today, we could just have like robots fight for us. But also, we have a lot of people who don't go out. So it's like, can you imagine most of the people now, the Gen Z and millennials, like trying to fight? Dude, that would be crazy.
Dude, I think about all the drones that they could use to deploy bombs all over cities, and it scares the shit out of me.
Like drone wars.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because aren't they having a lot of like less numbers of people enlisting in like military just across the board? Like they just can't get anybody. They're like willing to take anybody.
Well, do they need that many people? And they got drones now.
Well, I don't know. Apparently, I just heard a lot of people like that are enlisters that are like, we can't get anybody. No.
It's not cool to be like warlike for the younger generation now, though.
Yeah.
Like everyone's like hella, you know, Mother Earth lovers. And
New hippie era.
Mother love us.
I think so, man.
Peace and love, dude. Yeah, there we go.
See?
What is
One
the
love.
tiger? What does the tiger eyes mean? Tiger eye bracelets.
I have no
Just
idea.
like one love, you know?
Oh, okay. That's tight.
Like, let's all kick it. And
All you need though, all you need is like a James Bond movie or something to come out to make everyone go, oh yeah, that's right. Like guns and shit kicks ass, war kicks ass. I forgot.
True.
like espionage and shit. That's when it's fun.
Or Fast and Furious movie.
Yeah, the 9. That's why it's war propaganda. That's what it is, bro. Space wars. That's what it is.
I think there'll always be motherfuckers that just want that shit. Like
Yeah, I want the smoke.
when you meet like real soldiers that are just like straight killers, like you just see it in their eyes, man. They're like, ugh, they fully embrace that shit. I met this one dude in Afghanistan, and he was like this skinny ass little dude from like North Carolina or something. And there was all these big ass buffaloes like around him, and then he's like, I'm the baddest motherfucker out here. His gun was like a little bit bigger than everybody else. He's all skinny and small. Yeah. And then I'm like looking at the buff dudes like, oh, is he the baddest motherfucker? They're like, yup. Like, yeah. They're talking about being in war with them, and he's just out front, just taking motherfuckers out, you know? And
He's
he's
just on his shoulder because he's a little guy, probably, huh?
something. But I'm like asking him about it. He's like, oh yeah, man, I got nightmares every night or fucking da-da-da. He just like fully isn't like, he's like, this is me. This is my life.
That's a trip.
And I'm like, God damn, homie, like this shit's crazy, you know?
We need you out in the front lines, bro.
Still.
Yeah, please don't join gangs and then join the military instead.
Yeah, right?
We need more guys like that to fight for us.
Yeah, for real, man.
But like these war heroes, I read like what they went through to get like their Medal of Honor or whatever. And there's fools that take like 3 shots in the face, and they still like traverse the mountain with a fucking knife in their mouth or whatever. I'm like, what the?
Some Rambo shit.
Yeah,
Every
bro.
one of those stories is insane.
If I even hear like, I'm like, oh fuck, hey.
Dude, I'm like that at paintball. I'm like that during paintball. My buddy gets hit with the paintball, and I'm like, I'm down too. I'm down. I gotta get out.
I find 2 fucking handguns. I put her on the ground. I'm like, I fucking shot myself.
I'm bleeding. I can't get up.
Fucking court martial for that shit.
Damn. I'll probably take a bullet on the shoulder that scraped it, and I'll fucking be entitled for a medal of honor. What the fuck? I was injured in war, motherfucker. Give me my medal.
Discharge, right?
That's a Purple Heart. Do they have a like a Razzie of war?
A Razzie?
Where it's like, hey, dude, you were a pussy out there. It's like, we saw you. You dressed like a woman, and you went into a brothel, and you got like
With the 5 o'clock shadow.
yeah, and you tried
Who
to
wants this pussy?
you tried to blend in with all these chicks in there. We saw you.
Who wants this pussy?
Faking your own death and shit.
I know, man. There's probably mad stories like that, right?
Yeah, well,
Where
we will
people
never
Blame him.
That's the war movie we should all
The untold story of
watch that.
Yeah, fools that get drafted and shit, they want no part of it, but they still go. Like, they're probably doing all that shit.
the untold story, because you always hear the story you were never told.
Yeah.
And it's like you see a guy putting on garter belts and shit.
Lipstick on. Get away.
Way, create a little campsite and shit. So
How he had to survive and shit.
How many dicks he sucked behind enemy lines?
Matthew McConaughey's like, whatever it takes to survive. I can see this starting to come together.
Hell yeah. Because that's real war if you think about it. Not this like super heroic. It's just how do you fucking survive?
Yeah.
That's what you're thinking. That's what I feel like 99% of all soldiers probably are thinking. Like, how do I fucking get out of this situation?
You know,
They do it so cool.
our homie Don, he's like a special ops Marine guy. He said when he first got deployed, and they went with the super small unit because they're special ops. And the first time, like they heard they were under fire, he was like shitting bricks. He's like, oh fuck, and you could just hear, phew, phew, phew. And he looks over at his like team leader, and this was just like smoking a cigarette. Like he has so much PTSD, it doesn't even fucking affect him.
Oh, yeah, they don't give a
Yeah, he was like,
crazy.
he's just like, oh, we just gotta chill a little bit, and they'll return fire. And then Don's just like, what the fuck, man? He's like, fuck, I fucking question every single decision I ever made in my life.
He's on the radio to command already. We need backup over here.
And it's just a goat herder with the AK-47. He's like, we need every fucking thing, bring everything.
Bring the artillery. Fucking 2 Black Hawks come and fucking blow up the fucking herd of goats.
Oh, shit.
Dude, if I was recruited into the military and somebody hands me that phone thing, I'm like, oh man, this job sucks. This is the worst job in the whole military because nobody ever answers you. I've seen this movie too many times.
We were on a base in Afghanistan one time, and it took on enemy fire in the middle of the night, and they woke us up and like escorted us to these bunkers. Homie, I almost shit myself. I was just like, fuck.
This is it.
But they're just like, they're shooting like RPGs, and they're not very accurate. So they said like a lot of them are just shooting it, just hoping to hit something.
Yeah.
But they were shooting the shit though, and I was just like, what the fuck?
RPGs, bro. That's fucking insane.
Crazy, homie. And then we would take flights, and they do those tactical landings because there'd be fools in the mountains shooting RPGs, and they're doing the or they do the nosedive. Oh, homie. Yeah, I'm just like, and then all the soldiers are used to it. They're just like laughing at us, like kicking it.
I think after you shoulder fire an RPG and you miss like a helicopter, these guys turn to each other like, damn.
Fuck, we almost had it.